Hey y'all. So a couple months ago I went by to visit my sister. Now I knew my sister wasn't home because I had been talking to her on the phone. So I was going to meet her at her apartment. So I go on upstairs because I have a key to her apartment. As I'm opening her apartment door, I see there's a package in front of her door. So as I bend down to pick up the package, I hear an apartment door open a couple doors down. This man steps out. Young guy steps out. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm good." He was like, "Yeah, she ain't home. She left about an hour ago, her and her son." I said, "Oh, yeah, I know. Okay." I said, "I'm her sister." He was like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "Yeah, they brought that package probably like 15 minutes ago." I said, "Oh, okay, thank you." As I'm trying to go into the apartment, he was like, yeah, she got home early today. Usually, she don't usually get home to such time. And, sometimes Kobe we with her, I don't know where he be at, I said, "Oh, okay." So by this time, I'm done talking to Tammy. So I go in the apartment and close and lock the door. My sister comes home probably about 20 minutes later. So when my sister comes in, and she put her stuff down, I said, "Look here." I said, I think you need to move." She said, "What you mean?" I said, "That man that lived a couple doors down, when he heard me put the key in the door, he opened the door and he's telling me about your schedule." So she looks at me kind of weird and she goes, "What man?" I said, "That man that lived 2 doors down on the other side." She said, "I don't know who you're talking about." So I open her apartment door and I point to the door. She said, "I don't know who lived there." I said, "Well, you don't know him, but he knows everything about you." She was like, "Really?" I said, so I'm telling her to come and say. She was like, "Yeah, that's weird." So she says, "Yeah," she said, I don't like that." She started feeling very uncomfortable. So we go online, and she ends up finding a new place to live. So yesterday I'm talking to my sister, and again, this was a couple months ago. So yesterday I was talking to my sister. She said, "Girl," she said, "I ran into one of my old neighbors." I said, "Oh yeah." She said, "Yeah." She said, "You remember that guy?" I said, "The weirdo?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Yeah, what about him?" She said, "Girl, why was he arrested the other day? They found out he was peeping in people's windows. Not only that, he was breaking into people's houses, and he broke into one house and the girl was there, and he tried to sexually assault her until her boyfriend came out the bathroom and almost unalived him." I said, "Oh, wow." Let me say this. Some neighbors can be really great. But if you have a neighbor who knows more about you and you don't even know who that neighbor is, that's where the problem comes in. Okay, hey Cookie Crew, I love you. Bye.
I'm so grateful to be graduated from high school. Literally, let me tell you what happened to me. And this was not just a one-time thing. This would happen all the time around me. And I think because I was bullied severely growing up, that I have gone to the point where I defend other people because it genuinely bothers my soul. This one day, I was leaving one of my classes. I was going to lunch. I was a senior. This girl was a junior. I know she was. She was one of those girls who aren't really popular but hang out with the popular kids but are actually popular, you know what I mean? She was those type of people. So this one day, I'm walking to lunch and I see this girl in front of me. She's literally new. She's in my first period and she's a new student. This girl is very confident. She would go to school wearing like the most craziest outfits. And not crazy, I just mean like outfits that are super pretty, but no girl is confident enough to wear but her. So as I was leaving class, this girl was wearing basically these like wedges. She was wearing this sunflower dress and had a jean jacket. She actually looked really pretty. And the dress wasn't too short, but it was above the knee. She's walking in front of me and she has glasses, these super cute glasses. Girl pulls out her phone. And I don't know why everybody loves Snapchat. If you still use Snapchat, I don't know what's wrong with you. Starts recording. First, my blood started boiling because I was so mad. I'm like, what is she actually doing? It's recording this girl wearing a dress, and genuinely she was laughing at her. She was surrounded by these 2 immature boys, and they were just giggling and laughing. They're making fun of her. That's when I was like, no. I was like, okay, no, calm down, Evelyn, don't get involved. And so I kind of just like forget about it. It's worse. She posts it on Snapchat. But the reason why I can tell you why she posted it, because she literally said, everyone's gonna see this now. So she posts the girl on her Snapchat, and I turn around and I'm like, are you effing serious? And I never curse. And I literally was like, are you effing serious? She looked at me, she was like, what? And I'm like, that is so effed up. Why would you record her? She looks beautiful in it. She looks at me, she's like, it's a joke, chill. Like, out of a freaking movie. I look at her and I'm like, that's not a freaking joke. Would you like if I was to record you in your crust outfit? Like, first of all, in my head, I'm like, you're wearing the crustiest sweatpants. You smell like cigarettes. I don't know what in the world you think that you're any better from her. Two boys next to her literally started laughing and they kind of were like embarrassed because like you can tell their face they were embarrassed. But I kind of just kept like walking and I go up to the girl and I never told her. I don't know if she ever found out. I didn't tell her that they were recording her. I just told her that she looked beautiful in her dress and that I loved her shoes. Did I like her shoes? No, I didn't like her shoes. But that she needed to know that she looked beautiful as she did. I just didn't like her shoes.
I went on a first date last night and the guy made fun of my voice 3 times within the span of 20 minutes and then I left. I don't understand negging really as far as dating goes because I like compliments. I don't want you to pick on me. I don't think that's like a flirty way to like get to know someone. I just think it's kind of mean and I will always leave. We're supposed to get dinner and I order this miso salmon and I order it with the waiter. As the waiter's walking away, my date goes, I love the miso salmon, in a voice that's just high like that. And I kind of chuckle because it's like a little funny, but I don't say anything because I'm like, that's kind of weird. Also, he's just like a grown man. He was 34. Then 20 minutes later or 10 minutes later, I'm sharing a story about just my day and he interrupts me to just repeat what I just said, to mimic me in the same high-pitched tone. And then he goes, your voice is so high. Like, how did your voice get that high? Like, that's crazy. And I said, it sounds like you're not familiar with voices because I didn't do anything to get this one. This is just the one I was born with. And then he goes, no, it's just really high. Like, I didn't expect it, but I like it. I like it. So I continue on with my story, and then he interrupts me again to mimic me for a third time. And this time I'm like, all right, I was like, it sounds like this isn't going to work out. Like, I think we have different types of humor. Like, still trying not to be like, what are you doing, sir? But then he goes, oh, well, if you're my girl, you're going to have to, like, get used to me ribbing you. Like, you're going to have to get used to this. I like poking fun. Like, my woman needs to be able to take a joke. And I was like, well, it definitely sounds like I'm not going to be your girl because I like compliments and I like being treated really well on dates, especially a first date. Like, I like when someone makes an effort to make a good impression. And then he was even more confused because the waiter came back with our drinks and I said we can just get the check and that I would love to take my food to go and I'm happy to pay for both of us. It actually gets better. So my date did not think I was really going to leave this date. He starts apologizing. He goes, my bad. I didn't realize that you were so upset you were going to leave. I didn't realize that I hurt your feelings so much. And I said, it's not that you hurt my feelings. It's more so that this was just really childish. Like, you're just mocking me. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's attractive. And I don't think we're a good fit. And he goes, my bad, I apologize. Like, I would love it if we could start over. Can we please start over? He extends his hand. I shake his hand and I say, hey, apology accepted, but I still think I'm just going to head home. And he's like, no, please stay. And I'm like, no, it's really okay. Like, the night's over. The waiter comes back at this time and I give him my card immediately. And I was like, can you please package the entrees in just 2 separate to-go bags? And the waiter goes, okay. As he's walking away, I turn back to my date and I say, I'm going to grab a drink at the front of the bar while I wait for my food. You're more than welcome to stay here. Have a great night. And he goes, wow, you're really going to dip? You're just going to leave me like that? And I said, I sure am. Have a great rest of the night. And then I go back, I find the waiter, and I just let him know what was going on. I sign the check and I grab my card, and I ask the waiter if he can just bring my food to the front. And then I'm just sitting at the bar, like, keeping an eye out because I don't know this man. I don't know how he reacts, and I definitely embarrassed him. But he left pretty immediately after. I saw him get into his Uber, and I saw him drive away. And I waited a little bit. Then when I got my food, I just went home. And I had 2 entrees because he left before his arrived.